How's it going, guys? Welcome to Dan the Man Reviews. I am Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son, with my sister here.
Hello, Adriana. I'm Adriana. Hello.
Yeah, this is double hellos there. And we're going to be talking about the new Hunger Games trailer directed by Francis Lawrence, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, and the great late Philip Seymour Hoffman. And we're just going to be breaking down the trailer and what we thought about it. So, what are your thoughts about the trailer?
My thoughts about the trailer is that I'm a little bit confused on what is his name, Pita.
Pita.
Yeah, like wait, did he die in the last movie? I'm confused.
Hopefully you guys seen what was it? Hunger Games Catching Fire.
I saw it.
Yeah. As you guys don't know, we haven't read the books, so we don't know what's gonna happen. We just watched the movies. We've seen the first one. We've seen the second one, and I guess spoiler alert. PETA, I think towards the end he got what happened? Like
he was supposed to. They were supposed to kill him or something like that.
Yeah, they were supposed to kill him, but I think they just captured him, I guess. Because that's what the trailer is showing, that they have him. They have him.
Well, he looks completely fine.
I think it was Snow, the evil guy. Snow, he has PETA, and what we see in the trailer is basically we see the underground. We see all the rebellion, basically, of Katniss, which is played by Jennifer Lawrence. And we see, we just see them just pretty much getting ready for this war that's going to happen between the Republic and I guess now this rebellion. And just the overall looks pretty dark. It looks like there's going to be a lot of casualties, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be a good little twist. Actually, it's a little something different than the rest of them. I'm actually kind of excited. Only because it's not, like, it doesn't look like its usual first two. Like, the first one I personally did not like. The second one I was super fascinated, enjoyed it throughout the whole time. And this one, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of, like, both. I don't know if I'm, like, making sense.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be a little bit of both. I mean, it's interesting, though, how the Republic's supposed to have this big manpower, and these guys are using bow and arrows and stuff. You know, especially at the end of the trailer, they hit these two ships that are just, going across the city. Katniss and I don't even know the guy's the name, the Lance Hemsworth. I'm just gonna call him Lance Hemsworth. They just shoot these ships with an arrow, and those arrows just go down. So it's kind of interesting how arrows could take down just this big old manpower of a republic. But all in all, what are your thoughts on Jennifer Lawrence in this trailer? You think she's just playing it so well or she's kind of? I mean, it's just a trailer, but what's also your thoughts on PETA? I mean, what do you think the whole PETA situation? You think that's gonna in the overall picture? You think he's gonna live or die, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, with Jennifer Lawrence, I personally think she's great, and I guess we get to see the other side of her instead of seeing her so strong and everything, making it seem like she's unbreakable. I think we're gonna see a whole nother softer side and her finally breaking down a bit. And I think with PETA, whatever his name is, I think with him, I think he's sort of like half good guy, bad guy. I don't know about him yet. I'm really unsure, and I think for this movie I'm gonna have to see if I really do like him or if I do not.
Well, Woody Harrelson's character tells Katniss, basically PETA is their Katniss, their Mockingjay, which is interesting. So basically PETA is the pawn in all this. But it just looks very bleak and dark in this trailer. I mean, we have basically we have the overall Katniss just wants to protect her family and her friends, but it's just the all out war in this trailer. I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look it looks more kind of more stuff was put into this. It looks like it's going to be more explosions, more this and more little fighting between the characters and stuff. But overall, your overall impression of the trailer, does it make you want to go see it? Does it make you want to go out and just buy a ticket and watch this third movie, or is it's just a it's not too bad.
I do want to see it. It does make me want to go see it only because I was in love with the second one. But at the same time, I'm kind of hesitant about it only because I feel like it's one of those movies that's going to be dragging on and on and on. Because this is going to be part one.
Yeah, the part one of it all. And I want to say that shot with Philip Seymour Hoffman, and she's talking, about how she wants to rescue PETA and stuff. That kind of... Because we all know Philip Seymour Hoffman passed away, but he completed most of his scenes for this Mockingjay series, and they only had a couple scenes where he's computer generated. So I was just like looking at Philip Seymour Hoffman, like, is that really Philip Seymour Hoffman, or is that the computer generated facial expression? Because he didn't really look all too real to me when I looked at him. But that's gonna be interesting how they play that too. What else did we see in the trailer? What else was there? There was just a lot of pretty much Katniss in the underground. We see
And about her sister.
Yeah.
It's mainly going to be about her sister, and we just got a little clue of when he says the ones that you love are the ones that'll break you or hurt you or something like that.
Yeah, and then that can also go with PETA too and his overall story that's going to happen. And then we also have all the other characters from Hunger Games, from Catching Fire. There, we have the guy with the glasses, who was smart. We have the other dude who helped PETA and Katniss. I mean, overall, it's just a trailer, but my impression of the trailer is I'm not super excited because of the trailer, but I am still feeling from Catching Fire and how surprisingly good that movie was, and is carrying over to this excitement for Mockingjay Part 1. But you're right. I mean, it's Part 1. We got one more movie to go. What do you feel on it? Do you think movies should split into Part 1 and Part 2s, or do you think they should just try to hammer all the material from the book into one movie and just end it? Because that would be a trilogy, but now we're getting 4 movies altogether.
That's actually a really good question. Honestly, I'm really unsure. I'm mixed feelings about that only because, I've never read the book, so it's kind of like we don't know what it is that we're missing out on, how much goes on in those books. So sometimes when you try to jam everything into one movie, you get some of those bits and pieces that are actually really good and those little details that don't make it into the movie. And it's kind of like, I also don't want to sit through a movie that's 3 hours long and too long. Because then you're uncomfortable and then you're tired and then you're like, no, I liked watching it the first time. I wouldn't watch it the second time only because it's too long.
Yeah. I mean, that's... My thought is you're never going to get all the material from the book.
Yeah.
I guess you're just never going to do it. So... it's a money thing. I can see why they'd split it, but all in all, it's whatever, honestly. But yeah. Anything else that we saw in the trailer? Really, there wasn't really too much from the trailer. It was just really Katniss learning what she needs to do. Basically, it's just just showing you images of the Republic. And I'm gonna call it the Republic. The Republic and the Rebellion, basically, just a few scenes of them colliding, going at each other. I think there was one scene too where the Republic, all the guys have their guns and they're just shooting at. It's just dark and scene, and there's rain coming, and these guys are just shooting at all these people coming towards them. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty bleak. I don't expect all the characters to live in this. So, I mean, Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. coming out November 21st. So we'll have a review on that, the whole movie when it comes out. But that's basically our overall thoughts on the trailer. You have anything to add?
Yeah. What I actually am pretty excited to see is is Hemsworth.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him actually joining. What's her name?
Katniss. Yeah.
Katniss. Yeah. Katniss. And I want to see if he's actually gonna help her or if he's gonna actually pull her down a bit. Only because I don't know. What she does is awesome. She's like. Like strong, and
she's a strong female character.
Yeah, and you could tell like if something's not going her way, she's just gonna be like, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Well, the thing is, like through all these movies, Katniss hasn't killed one person, which is interesting because she's gonna have to kill in this movie.
I didn't realize that.
I mean, if you think about it, and if you look at all the movies, she hasn't had to kill anybody. Usually, their deaths fall on themselves or them running away from like stuff that was on, like, when they were doing the Hunger Games.
Because she'd rather help.
Yeah. I mean, she really hasn't killed anybody. So this is going to be the first test where she's really going to just, get down and dirty. And Lance Hemsworth, let me just put on the record. That guy... Liam Hemsworth. The guy who dated Miley Cyrus at one point and was going to marry her. Well, basically, I just don't think he's that great of an actor, honestly.
He doesn't bother me.
He's just, It's like, yeah, you're Thor's little brother.
Well, you gotta have eye candy.
Why?
Come on.
Why are you there?
If you guys can have eye candy, why can't us girls have eye candy?
Eye candy. And there's a lot of eye candy in this film. But what else do we have? What else in the trailer that we saw? Was there anything there that kind of just like piqued your interest even more that you saw from that trailer? Like a specific scene, maybe?
No. I think I needed to see a little bit more.
It's just a little...
It was a little disappointing in the trailer, I thought.
Like we said, it didn't give you that much. It just gave you the overall picture of this rebellion side, going against this Republic side, Snow, played by Donald Sutherland. It's just, there wasn't that much to the trailer. I mean, all on just... your usual explosions and drama and PETA being on the other side. That's going to be an interesting take on everything. And just the overall dynamic that this is going to be a darker film and there's going to be more casualties. But it does look like everybody from the underground side, the rebellion side, it looks like they're beaten up. They look beaten up. They look like they're barely holding together at some scenes, and then they don't have the manpower and as the Republic. But all in all, I mean, I think I think we could all agree Jennifer Lawrence does good in these movies. This is her major big break, basically. This is how she really became a big star. I think what's your thoughts on PETA as a character though? Do you feel anything when like knowing that PETA's on the other side at all? Because I don't think PETA's that strong of a character. Because when he's on the other side, I'm like, okay.
I was shocked. I was like, wow, like, no, he's not a major character, and I think like, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I do feel a little bit for him, but it's like seeing that like that's all I was. Kept my mind on, was like, really, like you are on the other side.
I mean, the first movie I just didn't care for him. The second movie really brought out his character, and like he wasn't as whiny as in the first movie. Second movie he was more just calm, and he wanted to help Katniss no matter what, even if that brought the death of him. But it's kind of funny that he'd be on the other side. Like, what's that whole story? Why is he going against the Katniss and all them? So, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, November 21st. The trailer, overall, it was okay. Not too much, not too little, just right there. So that's it, guys. I mean, if you got... The trailer is online. It's on YouTube. It's on, I recommend Cinema Blend, if you want to go check out that trailer right now. So you guys have a good one, and we will talk to you later.